Meanwhile, in stately Wayne Manor...
Happy Saturday, I hope your weekend is going well. Another 1966 Batmobile build video is coming at you today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are in the US, I hope you have recovered from your overindulgence on Thanksgiving last Thursday, and you're still enjoying those yummy leftovers and haven't quite gotten sick of them yet. But let's get into this build. Another chill episode. You thought last week was chill. This week is even chillier. So let's get into it, and then we can talk about it after.
And in the Batcave, deep below stately Wayne Manor.
We are in issue 77. All right, and it looks like we're switching gears. We're still working in that cockpit section, but we're going to start working on the dash. So we actually don't need the cockpit section because we're just focusing on this piece. So here are the parts for issue 77. Okay, so we have the dashboard upper part, and then we have these two little buttons. So we're taking this upper part here, which, yeah, it's very interesting. So this whole section and this little section, I mean, they're plastic, but they're kind of a matte finish. And then this section is kind of shiny. And then there is another shiny section. So since they're saying this is the upper part, I'm going to assume that it's going to go like so. But first we want to put these little buttons in. And it says they're just push to fit. So let's... Yep, that pushes right in, and that is a solid fit. So that is that. And then, let's see, yes, we want to take this, and take the assembly and push them. All right, so yes, that does fit in there very securely. All right, so that is it for issue 77. So I'm going to set this aside. Here's issue 78. And it looks like we get some more parts for the dashboard. Yep, we'll be working on those. All right, perfect. Now remember what I always say, check your bag, because in this instance we got screws, but they weren't in the tray, they were just loose in the bag. A lot of times they're in the tray, but sometimes they pull that fast one on you. All right, so here are our parts. So we have a bat eye switch panel and a bat beam switch panel. We have the anti-theft activator. We have the Batscope support. We have the Batscope screen. And we have the Batscope sticker. This was reminiscent of Lego, right? We've got stickers. I don't think I've ever had stickers in one of these scale model sets before. All right, so it looks like they gave us an extra because we're only using one of these stickers. And I think the way that these stickers are is the biggest struggle is going to be getting it off the backing. Okay, there we got it. Let's see if they have this, if they're showing this a certain way around. No, they are not. So we'll just take this, and then this is going right on here. Just like so. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Lego. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit, but all right, now we're going to take this piece and then we're just going to press this on like so, and that does not need any glue. And then we're going to bring back over our dashboard, and then this is going to sit in here like so. We're going to attach that with 2 CP screws, like so. And then the rest of these we just push on. So yeah, these seem to go in very securely. All right, now this one has a hole in it. There we go. And that is it for issue 78. So we have this dashboard looking very sharp. So let's move over to the Lego side. All right, if you remember from the last episode, we sort of worked on these sections here on the front of the car. So today we're doing the steps 241 to 247. Okay, that is it for step 247. So we finished off some of this tile work here. We got some bat stickers for the various controls. We have the bat scanner, the start button, the bat ram, and the detectoscope. And then we added a couple of barrel pieces and then finished some plates over here. So that is it for the Lego side. All right, to recap what we have done on the scale model side, we've been working on this little dashboard here. We installed this piece and then all these little panel pieces. And then over on the Lego side, we added some tiles here to finish this off. We added some stickers to bulk up the dashboard area. So that will do it for episode 39. All right, so see what I mean? Very chill, super easy. Not a lot to do, but again, as I mentioned last week, I really do value these episodes because we have some coming up that are super frustrating. So these are a nice little oasis of calm and easy, breezy building before we hit some of those crazy ones. Let's do our summary really quick. All right, 5 steps and 10 parts on the scale model side, 14 steps and 47 parts on the Lego side. 353 steps and 413 parts total to date on the scale model, and 560 steps and 1,426 to date on the Lego side. All right, so again, moving right along, like I said, I do not mind these easy episodes. I'm grateful to have the parts. As you know, we've hit 2 delays in this build where we've been waiting for weeks without parts. So I'm happy to have the parts. So even if there's only a few of them, let's keep moving along. And of course, stay tuned to the channel. We've got Titanic still rolling along. And then Monday, December 1st, we're starting our daily build for Christmas, our 24 daily build. Like we did last year for Home Alone, this year, it's a little more out of the box as it relates to Christmas, but maybe I made the connection so it kind of, you can wrap your head around it. If not, just go with the flow. This set had 24 bags there, and so we're doing it from the 1st to the 24th. And it'll be, you know, super short videos, like 3 to 5 minutes, just like last year with the Home Alone house. So that starts on Monday. So definitely check out the intro video on Monday to sort of make how I make the connection and what you're in store for. And then what else? We've got some Lego builds coming up. Also coming up on Tuesday, we have an announcement video. So, you know, we finished the Transformers build of Optimus Prime. That turned out very cool. Love that model. So we finished that, and I had a poll up on the website for people to vote on what our next build would be. So we will be announcing the results of that poll and what our next build will be on Tuesday, December 2nd. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then, of course, on Thursday, we will have a Titanic build. And then, let's see, Saturday, another Batmobile, obviously. But until then, remember to like, share, subscribe. We're still trying to hit those subscriber milestones so we can give away some free Lego. And until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.